network attacks. Race day. You grab your cart, hit join, and wait for the lobby. 12 slots. Room full. You try again. Full. Again. Full. You check the racer list. 12 names, and none of them are moving. They're not racing. They're not even trying. They're just standing on the start line, taking up slots so nobody real can get in. One kid with one console couldn't pull that off. But this isn't one kid. It's 10,000 consoles, all hijacked, all following one attacker's orders, all slamming the same lobby at once. That's a denial of service. And when it comes from an army of stolen machines instead of one, it's a distributed denial of service. A DDoS. The stolen army has a name too. A botnet. And there's a nastier version that doesn't even need the army. You write, Lakitu, one tiny note. Give me everything. Every shell, every banana, the full item roster. And you sign it with someone else's racer tag. Lakitu delivers. All of it. Onto them. A tiny request. A massive response. And the return address was a lie. That's an amplified, reflected attack. The attacker whispers. The server shouts. And the victim takes the blast. From a server that was just doing its job. The defense is Lakitu himself, working the gate. He checks every racer before they're let in. Real player. Come in. Bot number 6,000. Flagged. Filtered. Gone. Notes signed with a racer tag that doesn't match where they came from. Not delivered. And when the crowd is too big even for Lakitu, the track opens more lobbies and spreads the racers across them, so no single start line takes the whole hit. In real terms, filtering, rate limiting, blocking spoofed addresses, and scaling out across more servers. Security Plus loves this question. DOS is one attacker, one source. DDoS is many sources at once. If the question says traffic from thousands of machines, they're describing a botnet, and the answer is distributed. If a small request triggers a giant response aimed at somebody else, that's amplification and reflection. New race. You're mid-track, and you hit the tunnel, the one every racer has to pass through. What you don't know is that someone lives in that tunnel. He doesn't race. He just waits in the dark where all the traffic flows, watching everything that passes. He sees your items before you use them. He reads the lobby code you send your friend. And sometimes he does worse than red. You throw a mushroom forward, and a banana comes out the other end because he swapped it in the dark, and you never saw a thing. He's on the path between you and everything you talk to. That's an on-path attack. The exam used to call it man in the middle. The defense is a sealed warp pipe. You enter at the start, you come out at the finish, and nothing in the tunnel can see in or reach in. That's encryption. He can still watch the pipe go by. He just can't open it. Now, how did he get into the tunnel in the first place? Sign tricks. Next fork in the road. You've never driven to Rainbow Road, so you do what every racer does. You read the signpost. Left, it says. You go left. Off a cliff. Someone repainted the sign overnight, and every racer who trusted it drove off the same edge, or worse, onto a fake track built to look exactly like Rainbow Road, where the attacker owns every item box, asking a signpost for directions by name. That's DNS. A repainted sign is DNS Poisoning. You typed the right name. You followed the right process. The answer itself was the lie. The defense is signing the signs, so a repaint doesn't match the signature and gets thrown out before any racer trusts it. That's DNSSEC. But there's a smaller sign trick, closer to home. The big signpost points you to a track out on the map. Inside your own garage complex, little arrows point to which bay is whose. Repaint those little arrows and your deliveries roll into your neighbor's bay. They never even leave home. That's ARP poisoning. Same lie, different layer. And it's exactly how a tunnel man gets between you and the exit on your own home track. Security plus loves the difference. DNS poisoning lies about names out on the big map. ARP poisoning lies about addresses inside your own local track. Correct address, fake site, DNS. Local traffic quietly detoured through an attacker. ARP. Last one, time trials. You post the fastest lap on the course, and the game saves your ghost. A perfect recording of your run. Now, watch the cheater. He never learns your lines. He never beats your time. He copies your ghost and submits it as his own run. The run is real. It's flawless. It's just not his, and it's not from now. That's a replay attack, capturing something legitimate and playing it back later to collect what it earned the first time. Attackers do it with logins. Record the handshake that proved you were you, then replay the recording. They never need your password. They have the ghost of you using it. The defense. Stamp every race with a unique race number and reject any ghost that carries an old one. In real terms, nonces, timestamps, and session tokens. Proof that this run is happening now, not a recording. Security plus loves this distinction. On-path tampers with traffic live in the tunnel as it flows. Replay records traffic and reuses it later. Live versus later. That's the whole question. And notice one thing about this entire video. Not one of these attacks fooled the game itself. Tricking the app into trusting hostile input, that was episode 11. Today, every attack happened on the road. The lobby, the tunnel, the signs, the ghost data. The track was the battlefield, and the game never knew. If you remember nothing else, a lobby full of fake racers is a DDoS, and thousands of sources means botnet. A whispered note that lands as a blast on someone else is amplification and reflection. The man in the tunnel is on path, and the sealed warp pipe, encryption, shuts him out. The repainted signpost is DNS poisoning, and signed signs, DNSSEC, catch the fake. The repainted garage arrows are ARP poisoning. Same lie, local track. The stolen ghost is a replay attack, and race numbers, nonces, and timestamps make old recordings worthless. The track is the network. Lakitu checks the gate. Race, smart,